You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. Great are you, Lord. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only, Lord. Oh, to you only, Lord. 'Cause you give life, and you give love, and you bring a light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that's broken. And great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, and we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, and we pour out our praise to you only. To you only, Lord. To you only. To you only.
Good morning. I'm Reverend John Riley, and I have the joy of serving as your senior minister. And I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. Thank you so much for being here, those of you who are with us in person. Those who are online watching us on our live stream or during the week, know that you're in our hearts and in our prayers. And no matter where you are in this moment, you're in the right place at the right time right now. Yes? If you're new to Unity, what we want you to know is that Unity is a global spiritual community welcoming people from all walks of life. People looking for a deeper experience of spirit, a greater sense of health, wholeness, and abundance. People looking for spiritual growth and transformation and to do life better. We teach positive, practical spiritual principles that you can apply in your life every day to help you live a more joyful and abundant life. We're so blessed this morning to have with us Casey Wicker as our platform leader, Ronnie Beck on drums, Russell Norman on piano, and Margot LeDuc as our soloist. And so we will begin our service with our opening song. I'll invite you all to stand as Margot leads us in song.
Here we go. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road to heaven right now. 'Cause I'm choosing heaven today. Joy. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road to joy right now. 'Cause I'm choosing joy today. Peace. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road to peace right now. 'Cause I'm choosing peace today. Let's go home to heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road to heaven right now. 'Cause I'm choosing heaven today. That's right. All right, I know you guys know this song, so sing it along with me if you like. Many pray along the way. They don't stop to wonder what the world is coming to. Love will take us higher, reveal the way to a greater life. Oh, so the truth is telling me, sing of liberation for the ones who are not free. Love will take us higher, reveal the way to a greater life. All right, you gotta sing with me. Oh, we let it wash over us. We let it make us kinder. We let it make us better. We let it be. We let it early in the morning. We let it hold us together. We let it now and forever. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
Good morning. I don't know about you, but we let it be is what I thought this morning as the alarm clock went off an hour earlier. We let it be. Well, good morning. It's so good to connect with you. Those who are here, those who are online, what a joy to be with you. We are part of a worldwide movement. And this movement shares 5 principles with us to help guide us on our path. The first principle, God is. There is only one power active in our life and in the universe, God the good omnipotent. And whether you call it God, isness, the universe, you cannot be separate from it. Because that second principle teaches us that you are that spark, the I am. All creation, all of us are part of that divinity. And the third is the practice of law mind action. It's so important for us to know that we have the ability to affect our world. And if we have the ability to affect our world through our thoughts, well, we need to get grounded. And so that's our fourth principle, is the practice of prayer and meditation. That prayer and meditation grounds us to let that energy, that Spirit of God move in and through us as us. And the fifth principle is we don't stay on our mat, because all is well when we stay on our mat. We get out and we live it. We live it. We are it. And life opens and it gets better. Yes, yes? Yes, yes. And so we also have a vision statement that kind of supports all of this, and it's going to be on the screen. And just take a deep breath, and let's get grounded as we say this together. Ready? Centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. And so it is.
I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid, oh, to let them show. Your true colors, how beautiful, like a rainbow.
Today, our daily word is timeless. I'm going to read the affirmation and then invite you to affirm it with me. In timeless moments in the silence, I discover myself anew. Together, in the timeless moments in the silence, I discover myself anew. I relax and let go, withdrawing my attention from my surroundings, breathing deeply and rhythmically. My mind relaxes. My heart opens. I enter my sacred inner sanctuary. Here I have no awareness of time. I hear no words. I think no thoughts. I feel no separation. There is only the richness of silence, the awesome presence of infinite life, love, and wisdom. And I am one with this presence. The time and attention I devote to my regular practice of meditation builds deep, abiding peace and clarity in my consciousness. In these timeless moments, I discover I have all I need: enough strength, understanding, love, and time to progress along my path and accomplish all that is mine to do. From Revelation 21, verse 1, then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away.
You call me out upon the water, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the water wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of your Spirit, your Holy Spirit. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon that water wherever you would call me. Take me deeper, Lord, wherever you may call me. Take me deeper, oh, take me deeper, yeah, in the presence of your Spirit. Your Spirit, your Spirit.
Good morning. We are heading deeper. Are you ready? Are you ready to cleanse? Oh, that didn't sound good. I hear you. I hear you. We're in the middle of the Lent season. Now, Lent is a season before Easter that, as Charles Filmer, the co-founder of the Unity Movement, said, it is a season of spiritual growth and progressive unfoldment. And I love that word, progressive unfoldment, because it's not something that we do in a moment. It's something that we do all the time, that we're progressively unfolding. We're progressively letting go and releasing the things that no longer serve us so that we can open ourselves up to that divine presence that is within us. Filmer went on to say, when we can blend our mind with divine mind, with God mind, the way is open. The way is open for us to be lifted into that higher, purer, more spiritual state. And so that is the whole practice of Lent, is lifting ourselves up into that and aligning our thoughts with that one presence and one power active in the universe and in our lives. We are in the middle also of our Let Go and Let God series, and I don't know how many of you are following us with the daily videos. Raise your hands if you are participating in that. I know we have about 50 people around the country that are doing it, and thank you for those of you who have sent me your emails or commented online on our social media channels. You can find them. They're like 3 to 5 minute short videos of letting go. And great topics. I know topics that you're really excited about, but I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Because I want to tell you a story about cleansing, about cleaning, about getting things to work right. Now, when I was a youth, I inherited our 1963 Volkswagen Bug. My dad bought it brand new, and it went through the brothers, and it finally got down to me. I'm the youngest in the family. So by the time it got to me, let me describe it for you. The external was a beautiful oxidized yellow. The internal was bright cherry red. That was its original color at one point. And then, of course, I had to add my flavor to it, so I had some mint green shag carpet that I put in through there. It was sweet. So this is, with the 63 Bug, there are really only 4 things that you need whenever you're driving the car. You should always have these 4 things. One is a belt, the belt that goes around the engine. It's not a fan belt. There's no fan. The engine's in the back. Did you know that? Okay, so there's no fan, but there's a belt, and those belts break a lot. So you have to have a spare belt. You need a wrench. A crescent wrench is preferable, so you can reinstall the belt. You need a spare set of points, and you need a matchbook to gap the points. And if you don't know what a set of points are, don't worry about it. It's not important to the story. But those are the 4 things you needed to keep the Bug running. Now, sometimes it wouldn't start, and I would push start it. Have you ever heard of that? It doesn't turn over, so it's so light. I just start running, I push start, pop it into gear, and I'm on my way. Then there are times it was so fun because, have you ever heard of speed shifting? Oh, yeah, in a Volkswagen Bug, it's fantastic. So speed shifting is when you don't use your clutch, you just move from one gear to another. And the reason you can do that is because when it gets to that certain speed, you just let off the gas a minute, and then the gears kind of loosen up, and then you can just pull it out and put it in the next gear, and off you go. I didn't even have to push the clutch. Oh, yes. It's fantastic when you're going like from 35 to 40. It's a Volkswagen Bug. So I also did all of the work on it. I changed the oil, I changed the transmission, I changed the front windshield. I'll tell you about that in another story. I even rebuilt the engine. That's a true story. Now, if you've ever worked on cars, what happens to your hands? They are the worst. And you can't get it off. It's just, it gets greasy, and so you just get all mucky. Well, so my dad taught me this trick, and we had this stuff called, and I think they still make it, orange goop. Goop, yeah. And it just takes it right off, and you can clean parts with it, you can clean your hands with it, and he taught me the trick of the magic glove. Before you start working on the car, just put a little in your hand. It's all organic, and you just rub it all over your hands. And then when you go to wash your hands at the end of the day, your hands are clean. You don't even have to worry about it. It's fantastic. That's what Lent is like. Yeah, so how many of us like Lent? We have this concept of what Lent is, and usually what we think about is what happens the day before Ash Wednesday, Fat Tuesday, because we all get a party, right? And then in Lent, well, we have to let go of something. I let go of beef, or I let go of cookies or chocolate. I don't let go of chocolate. But what I do let go of are those things in my mind that are clogging up my mind. Just like my car. I let go of those things, those attitudes, those thoughts, those beliefs that are clogging me up, that are keeping me from running at peak performance. And every once in a while, we have to clean our mind. It's an ongoing thing. You know why it's an ongoing thing? Because when you drive your car, things get a little messy. It just is the way it is. When you're living life, sometimes things get a little messy in here. And so we have the opportunity to just cleanse our palate, cleanse our consciousness, and let go of the sin. Everyone take a deep breath. John said the word sin. I didn't hear you breathe. I'm going to get into it now. We're going to talk about your sinning. Are you ready? Everyone take a deep breath. There you go. Now we're cooking. So what's interesting is I want to tell you the unity perspective on sin, because both the Greek translation and the Hebrew translation of the word that they used for sin both mean simply missing the mark. It was translated into English as sin, which is an archery term. That means missing the mark. Missing the mark. Now, doesn't that have a different connotation than the one that we grew up with? So it's just a matter of missing the mark. And I love the way Reverend Ed Rabel, who was the late Ed Rabel, who was one of the Unity's great Bible scholars, said, well, this may seem a surprisingly benign meaning, it does accurately describe the condition brought about by sin. It accurately describes it. We're missing the mark. And so what's brought about is this consciousness of lack, is this consciousness of being gunked up, of being congested with all of this gunk in our heads. He continued by saying, for a metaphysical definition of the word sin, however, we need to relate it to terms of human consciousness. Thus, metaphysically, sin is the word that we use to refer to any human attempt, conscious or unconscious, to negate or distort any divine idea. So those ideas that come to us, that idea that Casey talked about, there's only one presence and one power active in our life and in all the universe, God, the good omnipotence. There's no second power. It's us who create the craziness in the world. That's our sin. When we forget our alignment with Spirit, when we forget that we're one with this infinite intelligence, when we distort these ideas into something personal, when ego takes over. So in the Lenten series, what we're doing is taking those ideas and letting them go. Letting them go so that we can release that and cleanse our consciousness so that Spirit can move in, through, and as us. And there are ideas like letting go of worry, letting go of indecision, letting go of dissatisfaction, and letting go of grudges. Now everyone take a deep breath. Those are all things that are clogging us up because we're forgetting the point that we're one with that infinite intelligence, and so are all of you. And so when we take one of them, like the idea of, let's just say worry. That was my video, I think, yesterday. I let go of worry, and there were 4 components that I thought about when I was looking at that. And one is worrying about things that are completely outside of our control. Anyone ever do that? Yeah. No, Ronnie's the enlightened one. Yeah, completely out of our control. Like what someone else thinks of us. Like what someone else thinks about someone else, or someone else thinks about our political structure, or what someone else thinks about what we're doing is right or wrong. Letting go of the idea that someone else outside of our control has their own opinions that aren't mine. Can you believe that? I guess, okay. You're shocked. I'm shocked too. But we have to let go of these ideas. If we let go of that worry about what someone else is having, then we have the ability to actually have a real conversation with someone. We can have an authentic conversation, an authentic relationship, and where we can stand in what we believe is true and honor what they believe is true without worrying. So the worry that ties us up in knots before or after that conversation. The next 3 types are being worried about the past, being worried about the future, being worried about what I'm doing in this present moment, right now. And we all know what worrying about the past looks like, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that this happened and this is going to affect me in this way. So we are worried about it, and we're reliving the trauma. We're bringing it back up, so it becomes the gunk in our consciousness, and that's all we can see. When we worry about the future, we worry about the things that we might do or that might happen. And so we begin to set the conditions in our life for that to happen because we're aligning ourselves up with that thought, with that worry. So when we let go of those 2 worries, we're able to be in the present moment, to be present to what is. Now, worry about the present moment. You know, it's okay to wonder, is this the right path? We can sit, we can discern, we can go into the moment and say, is this the right way to move forward? And if I get a yes, then I move forward. If I get a no, then some other way will open up for me. But if I'm worrying about it in the moment, I'm just creating more stress. I'm not actually dealing with it. I'm allowing that worry to take me over. And then the worry then becomes my experience of life. Not the situation at all, but the worry within us. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum, the grudges. Letting go of our grudges. I have this idea, it's like a grudge bucket that's within us. And within that grudge bucket, we put all of our dissatisfaction, we put all of our resentment, we put all of our anger and frustration with someone else, all of our worry about other things, and we hold on to it. And then we draw from it whenever we want to. Here's my grudge bucket, and you're it. If we can let go of that grudge bucket and empty it out periodically, then we're not holding on to that anger, that resentment, that frustration that we're trying to let go, that is preventing us from becoming one with the infinite intelligence. That's preventing us from being in the present moment, from having a real relationship, from being one with the infinite mind. We have to let go of it in order for it to become real for us. So the three aspects of this letting go, this Lenten series, came to me this morning. The first one is intention. It's deciding, today I'm going to let go of something. Whatever comes up that starts to bug me, whatever's bubbling up within me, I have the choice to let it go. So I set my intention to let it go. That's like the magic glove that we put on before we start working on the car. Because our hands are going to get dirty. It's just the way it is. I love that. I had a book, the magic book about fixing anything in your bug, including rebuilding your engine, which I did. Did I mention that? I rebuilt my engine, mostly. And the book had already printed in it grease-marked fingers. Now, the significance of this is you don't have to worry about keeping it pristine. It's got your smudgy fingers already printed in there for you. It was fabulous because life gets dirty. The car gets dirty as we drive it. It's just the way it is. And if we are less resistant to the fact that, I'm going to have some thoughts that I need to cleanse, that I need to get rid of. If we're not resisting it, then we can see it when it happens. And so setting the intention throughout the day, not to say I'm going to be perfect today. I'm not going to have any bad thoughts. I'm not going to have any gunk. But just setting the intention of I'm going to be present, and when it comes up, I will release it. I will let it go. The second aspect is choice. This is where the rubber hits the road because we all have a choice to release our grudges. We all have the choice to release our resentments, to let go of that worry. But to do it, we have to decide, I'm going to do it. And we have to make that choice every moment of the day when it comes up. It's like, okay, here it is. I've got my magic gloves on. Here's my choice. How am I going to live with it? How am I going to move through it? What's going to happen here? And one of the best ways for me in doing that is when I notice that I have some energy, some of that pent-up energy, because the body just wants to move the energy. The energy comes up, so we have to move the energy. So I might take a walk. We've all heard that idea. I might also change the way I'm looking at the energy. So the energy's still there, so instead of looking at it from the perspective of the grudge, I look at it from the perspective of divine intelligence, from the perspective of forgiveness, from the perspective of releasing, letting it go. So I'm changing my thought around the energy and redirecting it. And the most effective way for me is once I do that is going into meditation. Because meditation allows me, because I've practiced it, meditation, I have the skill to say, quiet the mind. Because all of these things, all of this gunk are in our thoughts, or in our stories, or in our unconscious and conscious beliefs that no longer serve us. And those are the things that we want to let go. So as I make the choice to consciously go into meditation, I quiet that mind and my body follows and my emotions follow. And then I find myself at some point being in my prefrontal cortex, being in the state of being able to be present to what is without being triggered by it. And it's at that point that I apply my affirmative prayer, affirming I'm one with the infinite life, the allness of life, love, and wisdom. That's all I need, just to reconnect me with that idea that I'm one with all of life, that I put on my magic gloves and I can wash my hands and let go. And the third aspect is forgiveness, is letting go of the idea that we're holding on, letting go of the grudges, letting go of the past, letting go of the future, letting go of the present, is this practice of forgiveness. Excuse me. And one of my favorite, and I think one of the best descriptions of this was in John chapter 8, verses 1 through 11. When Jesus went to the Mount of Olives, and early morning he came to the temple, and all the people came to him, and he sat down and began to teach them. Now the scribes and the Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in adultery, and making her stand before them all. And they said to him, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the very act of committing adultery. Now the laws of Moses command us to stone such women. So what do you say?" So they were baiting him. They were testing him. They were bringing someone forward who they wanted to see how Jesus would react, the master teacher would react. And Jesus bent down and he wrote his finger in the ground. And when they kept on questioning him, he finally straightened up and asked them, "Let anyone among you who is without sin be the first to throw the stone at her." And then he went back and started doodling on the ground. Now, we don't know what he was writing on the ground. It doesn't really matter. But what the master teacher was telling us is, it's all of us. All of us, because remember, sin is simply our error thoughts. Have we never had an error thought before? Have we never had a thought of resentment towards somebody? Have we never had frustration or anger or judgment around somebody? One by one, starting with the oldest, the eldest, the Pharisees and the scribes all left until it was just the woman and Jesus. And Jesus stood up again and said, "Hey, is there no one here that's accusing you?" "No, there isn't," she said. And Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go your way, and from now on, do not sin again." Forgiveness. How many would like that kind of forgiveness in our life? Something that's just so gentle and easy. It's like, okay, here's the mistake. Here's the error thought that we had. Here's the indecision. Here's the grudge. Here's the fear of illness. Here's the resentment and the bitterness that we're holding. It is just that easy to just simply let it go. For forgiveness to work, it is us saying, "I release it and I let God flow." I release it and I let God flow. It's like I let go and I let God. Have you heard that phrase before? Here in Unity, we've used that a few times. I let go, I release and let God flow. Allowing that energy to simply flow through you. But you have to clear out the consciousness, the gunk in your mind first. So we have our intention. We're moving into this day feeling, you know what? Today I'm going to meet what is with that loving forgiveness, that loving kindness in my heart. And I'm going to make a choice whenever some gunk shows up to choose differently, to look at it differently. And you may catch yourself, I know I did, as I was working in the morning, and I have 2 cats that demand to be fed, and for some reason their internal clock was off today. I don't know why. I got up on time at 5 o'clock in the morning. They were ready to be fed because I was up. And so I'm sitting at the dining room table, and they have the tendency to get on the table when I'm not paying attention to them, and then they have the tendency to do this. And then they're like, "What?" Yeah, so at 5 in the morning, I haven't eaten yet. They haven't eaten yet. We're all kind of at that edge. And here they are knocking stuff off the table. There's a full glass of water there. And Frodo looks at me and looks at the water. All right, let's go eat. So his threat was made, was effective. And yes, he's well trained. And so am I. So there are going to be times when, that's a simple thing, but there are going to be times when something like that happens to us, and we're going to react, and then it's a matter of choice. Okay, here I am. Now I have the opportunity to let go and let God flow. Now I have the opportunity to release and allow that energy to flow through me with ease and grace, that cleansing, healing energy. I can take a moment, take a breath, take a moment, count, right? Do our five-step prayer practice in reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm good. I relax. I let go. I breathe into the present moment and meditate. I affirm my oneness with Spirit, and I give thanks. And we can do all of that in a few breaths, in less than 5. And then we move and we have our being in Spirit. So as we move through this practice, as we head towards Easter, the rising of consciousness, the idea of that birth, of that rebirth, that resurrection of Jesus, that resurrection of the Christ consciousness in each one of us, recognizing that sin is just simply missing the mark, so I don't have to blame, shame, and guilt myself. I can just be in the moment, make the choice, forgive, and move on. Let's move to our affirmation, Felix. As I release and let go, I clear the way for God's good to flow. Now breathe that in for a moment. Breathe that in. As we release and let go, we're cleansing that consciousness. We're in that progressive spiritual growth that Lent is all about. Every day, every day, every day, we're releasing and letting go to clear the way for God's good to flow. And that good can come and be in, through, and as you, as loving kindness, as compassion, as resourcefulness, as creativity. Whatever it is that you are here to bring to the world, allow it to flow in, through, and as you. I release and let go. I clear the way for God's good to flow. Together, I release and let go. I clear the way for God's good to flow. And so it is. I chose this photo. Next slide, please, Felix. Thank you. I chose this photo from my friend Frank DeMartini's catalog, and as the idea of having that flow of energy move through you, because this is how Spirit flows. It just flows. And are you receptive to it? And when you are receptive to it, the green, the beauty starts to grow within you and in your life. So release the clogged consciousness, allow that good to flow, and allow your good to grow through you. Let's take that into our time of meditation and affirmative prayer. I'll invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath in this moment, and as you release it, allow yourselves to become present and centered in this moment. Breathing into this present moment, we relax our thoughts. Whatever thought comes up, we just bless it and allow it to drift by like a leaf on the water, a leaf in the creek floating by with ease and grace. As we breathe into this present moment, our emotions begin to settle, and we can feel ourselves grounded in earth, grounded in the presence, grounded in the moment. Breathing into our heart space, we allow that energy of love to flow through us. The harmonizing, healing, prospering energy of Spirit flows through me now. When breathing into my solar plexus, I feel the wisdom of Spirit come through me as intuition, as that still small voice. I am one with the allness of life, love, and wisdom. I release and let go of all that's blocking me from this experience, allowing myself to be present in this moment. Mindful of my breath, I follow my breath into the stillness, into the silence. From this heightened state of consciousness, this awareness of spirit within, I affirm I am one with the allness of life, love, and wisdom. I release and let go of anything that no longer serves me, my consciousness of lack and limitation, my beliefs in not enough, my worry, and I take refuge in the loving presence within. The infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom flows through me. Divine love flows through me, healing and harmonizing my body, my mind, my presence. We send this healing, harmonizing energy out into the world, blessing each other, surrounding each other in this light of love. Surrounding our friends and family, surrounding our prayer chest, and all of the prayer requests that have come in. If there's somebody who you hold in prayer, I invite you to say their name out loud or bring their name to mind as you hold them in the energy of love. We send this same love out to the world, to all of humanity, blessing all of those who are suffering from the wars, blessing all of those who are suffering from their own internal conflicts, blessing all of those everyone. All of humanity. In this moment, we hold this consciousness for all humanity. We raise the consciousness of the collective, knowing that divine love, the harmonizing, prospering, healing energy of spirit, flows through all of humanity in this moment. We bless our planet from the center of its core to the outer edges of its atmosphere and beyond, as we bless all of creation, affirming divine love is doing its perfect work in this moment. And with that love in our hearts, we say thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. And we celebrate by singing the Alleluia. And with a nice, deep, cleansing breath, we return our attention to this time and this space and gently open your eyes, allowing that presence, that love, that energy within you to be your guide today. Unity Palo Alto is here to help you discover that spiritual magnificence and help you bring that magnificence into your life and live a more joyful and abundant life. We're here to celebrate our community, and each month we give a portion of our donations to a safety net organization in our community through our Sharing Abundance program. I'd like to invite Kate to come forward now. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Casey. This month we are sharing our abundance with the St. Francis Center. And here is Kate Young, the Executive Director, to tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting, thank you for inviting me here today and for sharing your abundance with me, with us at St. Francis Center. I was so moved by, Margot, your singing. It was really uplifting, and that meditation was amazing as well. I really needed that today, so good. Thank you. I am so blessed to have the opportunity just 2 months ago to join the St. Francis Center as the executive director. And I'm not sure if you're all familiar with St. Francis Center, but for many years, Sister Christina, I think she might have spoken with you a couple of years ago, was one of the founders and worked in the North Fair Oaks neighborhood of Redwood City to build the St. Francis Center and the community surrounding for the last 25 plus years. And she was called into service with her convent in Wisconsin. So she has moved on to Wisconsin. And I've been just so blessed to have the opportunity to step in as the director now and carry forward the work and the mission of St. Francis Center. And what we do at the St. Francis Center is, if you can imagine the neighborhood, if you drive on El Camino towards Redwood City, before you get to Target, on the right side, there's sort of a neighborhood carved out there that's bordered by the train tracks in El Camino. And Sister Christina and the community there have worked over the last 25 years to create what I'm observing now in my first few months as a beautiful village, a beautiful community of neighbors and community members that come together on a daily basis to support each other. And it's something that I've really never experienced before in many, many years of working in social service. There's something very special about the St. Francis Center. On a daily basis, folks come for food and clothing assistance. All donations are from Second Harvest Food Bank and from the community. We have a clothing closet and a food pantry there. So folks line up every morning to receive those services. Wonderful front desk staff and many volunteers, like 200 plus volunteers come through the St. Francis Center. There's like a Monday crew and a Tuesday crew and a Wednesday crew, and they're there very faithfully dedicated week after week to supporting the community. So there's food and clothing given out on a daily basis. We also have a case manager to assist folks with applying for other social services such as rental assistance or legal assistance, domestic violence referrals, and things like that. Then upstairs from that social service center, we have a school. There are 2 cohorts of students right now, a first grade classroom and a 7th grade classroom. And the concept there, it's a very unique model where the children are chosen in kindergarten. We're looking for the most low-income, high-risk students, new arrival immigrant families for the most part, and educating the whole family. So the students stay with the school from kindergarten through 8th grade, getting very differentiated learning, a lot of individual instruction, really able to meet them where they are. The teachers know them intimately and what their strengths and their challenges are, to get them ready, hopefully, to go on to some of our local private schools under full scholarships. That's the hope when they graduate 8th grade. But in addition to that, not only are the students coming to school, but in lieu of tuition, parents are coming to school 1 day per week, and we have another team of volunteers that are there as English as a second language or GED tutors. And so parents, through the course of their children going to school with us for 8 or 9 years, they are able to improve their English, set a goal for themselves, might be improving English, it might be getting a GED, it might be taking classes at Cañada or Foothill College or something along those lines. So we've seen amazing transformation, and just over the last few months I've met some parents that have amazing stories of growing up in Mexico on a rancho and only being able to go to school through 2nd grade, and then coming to the United States, and with their children in this program, they're finally able to return to school, and with coming with very minimal English, and at the end of it, of their child graduating from 8th grade, they are also able to graduate and take classes in GED or finish their GED. So it's really an amazing opportunity for them. 2 other things that we do. We also run just 1 block away in the village neighborhood there. we run a youth center where 140 students come from the local neighborhood every afternoon to do homework assistance and enrichment classes. We have so many wonderful partners in the community that come in to teach different enrichment classes, from chess to karate to art to hip-hop dance. Wonderful things are happening there. It's filled with energy every afternoon, for sure. The last thing that we do is in the community, we are providing affordable housing. So right now, 268 units of affordable housing, and trying to add on to that every single year with the funds that we receive and fundraise in the community, trying to purchase additional properties and turn them into affordable housing. So it's an amazing place, a lot of wonderful things happening. We welcome, Kim had asked me about volunteer opportunities, and we definitely have many things that volunteers can do if any of you are ever interested in coming to be part of that community and feel the love that is expressed there. So I'll be outside a little bit later and have some flyers about that if you are interested in learning more. But I want to thank you all, excuse me. I want to thank you all once again for sharing your love with us through your sharing of abundance, and I hope that you come by and check out St. Francis Center and learn more about what we do.
Thank you. Well, Kate, we are very blessed by and grateful for all the work that you and St. Francis Center does, and so we would like to bless you. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light in you. And so it is. Thank you so much. There are so many ways in which you can support our spiritual community, how we support each other. There are ways to give online. If you'd like to give here in the sanctuary, there's a box in the front and the box in the back that says love offering. You can place your love offering in there. But however you give with love. For it's the manner in which we give to the world that we receive from the world. Our affirmation is on the screen, and I invite you to affirm it with me together. Divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Lord, make me a house, make me a house of prayer. Yeah. Lord, make me a house, make me a house of prayer, a house of prayer.
Lord, make me a house, make me a house of prayer. Oh, Lord, make me a house, make me a house of prayer, a house of prayer. May the fire of my altar never burn out. Fire of my altar never burn out. May the fire of my altar never burn out. Make me a house of prayer. May the fire of my altar never burn out. Fire of my altar never burn out. May the fire of my altar never burn out. Make me a house of prayer. Lord, make me a house, make me a house of prayer, a house of prayer. Lord, make me a house, make me a house of prayer, a house of prayer. May the fire of my altar never burn out. fire of my altar never burn out. May the fire of my altar never burn out. Make me a house of prayer. Fire of my altar never burn out. Fire of my altar never burn out. May the fire of my altar never burn, never burn, never burn out. No, Lord, make me a house. Make me a house of prayer. Oh, Lord, make me a house. Make me a house of prayer. Oh, may the fire of my altar never burn. Fire of my altar never burn. Fire of my altar never burn. Make me, may the fire of my altar never burn. Fire of my altar never burn. May the fire of my altar never burn out, never burn out, never burn out. Make me a house of prayer. I wanna seek your face, oh Lord. Make me a house. Make me a house of prayer. I wanna seek your face. Oh Lord, I wanna seek your face. Oh Lord, I wanna seek you, seek you, seek you. Oh Lord, make me a house. Make me a house of prayer. Right here. Make me a house of prayer. Make me a house of prayer. Lord, build me a house. Make me a house of prayer.
Woo-wee. I tried to put the mic away a little bit. Wow, right? How blessed are we? Are you feeling it? You're feeling it? Great, let's share it. Stand up and we're going to bless each other. Let's do it. I want to face the center aisle, please. I'm so excited I can't talk. There's so much excitement. And we are going to share this energy with each other because we are blessed to be so connected. So look across from someone and know you're getting it right back. Together we say, I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, and I behold the light in you. You are the fire. Go ahead, just say that too. You are the fire. You are the fire. You are.
Fire.
Okay, you can go ahead and keep your little fired butts down now.
Fire.
Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. We are so blessed to create that energy, and it doesn't stop on a Sunday. Let's keep it going. You are welcome to join me today at 11:30 for the monthly prayer service, and this is a prayer service. It's a half-hour prayer service created by Silent Unity, who writes our daily word. So just get you a flavor of what that's like, and it's a beautiful meditation where there's an affirmation and reading, and then we go into the silence and kind of back and forth with an affirmation and a reading and back in the silence. And what's beautiful is during this half hour, we hold the prayers in our prayer chest in our community in the High Watch. And we just continue that and hold that energy. And it's a really beautiful service. So I invite you, if you're here in person, to join me in the ministerial wing. If you don't know where that's at, we'll point you in the right direction. After service at 11:30, and it's also going to be on Zoom. And there's a new Zoom link, and you just have to go to our page and click on that, and it will bring you right to the room. So hopefully we'll see you at 11:30. And then it continues on on Friday, the 29th. Yes, Friday the 29th. We're going to have our Holy Week meditation service. I have to tell you guys, I kind of geek out, Bible geek out on Holy Week. The stories of Holy Week just are so filled with, in Unity, we look at them metaphysically. So when we look at them through a metaphysical lens, it becomes such a personal process and story and an invitation to really look within and talk about that continuing of releasing and letting go, because we all are here to live as that spark of divinity. And so I invite you to join me, and John will be here as well, through meditation and music and just times of the quiet to walk the path. And then on Saturday, the 30th, we do not have a slide, but just a heads up that there is the great tradition of getting our Easter flowers ready. I know people are clapping. It's just a beautiful little thing. It's from 10:30 to 1. You will need to, oh, it is there. There it is. You found it. Yay. And let's see, grab your favorite pruners, join Reverend John Riley as we bless and assemble the flowers for Easter Sunday Flower Cross experience. Enjoy the company, and there's going to be brunch. They will feed you too. This will be in the Yes Hall, and there will be pruners available. If you don't have one, don't let that stop you. So that is such a sweet thing to participate in. And for more and other opportunities, go to unitypaloalto.org and spread the good news that is Unity Palo Alto. All right, and as our prayer chaplains, I'm going to ask them to stand today. Yay, Joe and Karen are here, and they are here to just lovingly hold you in this space, whether it's a celebration or a need that you just need to have that prayer and extra oomph with you. They are here to serve you, and you can find them right where they're at after service. So thank you so much for your service to our community. Now, we are going to stand and sing our traditional song of peace, but before we do that, if you were here last week, and even if you weren't, I'm going to tell you, there was a special someone that stood up for Birthday Sunday. Reverend John Riley. Well, we can sing. Yes, we can, but I'm not.
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! And it doesn't stop there, because there was a birthday angel, Karen, who brought a cake and has some cards. So out in the area out there, we'll be gathering, and we can have some cake, and there's cards, so you can spread the love for Reverend John Riley. Yay! And now let us stand and sing the song of peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful week.
True colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. Like a rainbow, like a rainbow,
Like a rainbow.
like a rainbow.
Like a rainbow.
Mm.
Shining through. Lovely color. Yeah, 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 yeah.
True colors.